What is going on, guys? It's Destroyer Blind Faith here to bring you the big Ranger patch. Yes, the Ranger patch. So what has changed for Ranger, and is it actually good? Okay. Well, honestly, it's amazing, guys. It's absolutely amazing. This is what we have been needing, and they're such small changes, but they make the world of difference when it comes to Ranger play and in general getting into Ranger, because Ranger's been this class that requires so much timing and so much practice, and it's kind of gotten away from that a bit. The way we fight now is bow once again in a lot of situations. And that bow, remember the bow spam back in the day was it really skillful? No, it was just kind of just spam and shoot. We're kind of back to that. I wish we had a little bit more damage, but it's still pretty damn good. So let's take a look at it, shall we? Alright, so starting off with the Q spam, or rather the Q camera lock, right? The Q camera lock is gone. It's no more. You don't need to use it anymore, and I wouldn't recommend using it at all, to be honest, because you can now do everything you could have done with that with just Q. Q and the directional key you want to go. So you want to go forward, boom. You want to go backwards, boom. Side to side, same as normal. Now, what Q camera lock didn't have, right? What camera lock did not have is that you could not follow someone if they were to turn after your Q spam. Camera lock, right? You were chasing them down, you couldn't turn to go get them. Now, that's not the case. Now you can go out this door, make a left, make a right, go back up the stairs with the same exact going forward. See what I'm saying? You have full control over all directions you want to go. It's extremely nice. Top that off with that this skill now has a super armor every 7 seconds based on when you do the knockdown, or if you were to just do this, you are now in super armor. You can stand here until you run out of stamina. So when you see people in the back line or in a war and they're all they're all blocking, and you guys kind of just do the standoff, just do this. Just stand here, because if they wanted to knock you over, they can't. Anyone ganks you, they can't knock you over. You're safe, okay? So it's a nice change to have that. Now, this Q spam also came with a knockdown of its own. Other than using pinpoint to do it, or actually using this to do it, you can now do simply this. Knockdown. I'm dead serious. That's all it is to it. It's simply a shoot to the side or forward or backwards or wherever you want to do knockdown. Not only that, but you can spam it and see the timer. See how it doesn't stay at 7 seconds no more? It goes down. And as soon as it's back at the 1 second mark again, you get another knockdown. Really, really nice. Now, shotgun, as you guys just saw, just became one of the most important skills to have all around, for sure, because it is now a frontal guard. Okay, so if you want to fight now, a lot of times the way you fight in PvP now is you do this. Just keep kiting, keep shotgunning, because you have a frontal guard and you have a knockdown at your disposal here. Now, we also have a couple skills getting buffed as well with a little bit of range. Tearing Arrow has a little bit more range than it had before, allowing you to snare people more often in a team fight when you're up on top of a rock or something, like I always do. As you guys know I always do, and I love picking on people. Don't worry, I will keep doing that. We also have a new skill that has been very weak, because its range was about here to that little flag there, and that is this. Razor Wind. Razor Wind is making a return. If you guys did not see my recent stream, go check it out for sure if you want to see what Razor Wind was doing, because Razor Wind was doing a tick of damage to a Annex every time I used it. And I am talking the ultimate Razor Wind. I'm not talking the ones underneath it. I'm talking the one with, I believe, 12 shots? Where's Razor Wind at? Razor Wind. Yeah, 12 hits. 12 hits. And a decent accuracy rate as well. I think it's a 12.5 accuracy rate, so it's got one of the higher accuracy rates of any ability. And what this does to annexes, because of the range was extended so far, watch this. Here's where I was aiming before. Oop, oop, oop. How far can it go? How far can it go? All the way around all those target dummies. It's got extreme range. Look at that. It's even hitting that one over there. extreme range. And like I said, it's doing a tick of damage to annexes every time. So if you can get a bunch of rangers, and this is going to be hard at first because not everyone's going to want to be rolling to ranger. Only some people are going to ever actually do it. Only some people are going to be changing classes. I think getting ranger back in the meta is going to take some time. But once it's in there, man. And because this right here has this much range, and because this can shoot annexes or the tower at extreme range, you can take out enemy bases that much quicker. Because like I said, this was doing a tick of damage to annexes every time you did it. That is more damage than what this skill is currently doing. This skill is a meme now, 100%, okay? This skill is now what you should be using on annexes when you're up on a hill. Just want to make that clear here, okay? Now, shotgun obviously got a frontal guard. That got that. So how would you go about comboing someone now in a lot of situations, because our bow actually does have enough damage now to do just as much damage as, say, Nature's Tremble, but takes a couple more shots, but that person's also on the ground for all the shots because we have enough attack speed most of the time to actually do it. So, what combo is now viable here with the bow buff, or with the shotgun buff damage, I should be saying? Well, picture me grabbing here instead of using Vine Knot, but I'm going to use Vine Knot because it's the easiest way to do it. You're going to Vine Knot into Heavenly Knot, into a Will of the Wind, and then shotgun spam. And I kid you not, this will do the same damage, if not very, very close to the same damage as a Nature's Tremble. Okay? And especially so if you were to use an AP offhand, which I'm going to say right now, AP offhands are now viable again on us because based on what I have been seeing across multiple targets I have been playing against, and across just, you know, a couple tests I've been doing with some fully geared players, or like, you know, full boss gear players, you can do AP offhands again because the bow damage of shotgun doesn't seem to be as affected by accuracy as Nature's Tremble is at all. It's a huge difference with Nature's Tremble, but it's not a huge difference with shotgun. So shotgun needs less accuracy to work. So stack that AP if you want to go AP Monkey Ranger Shotgun again. It's there for you if you want it. I'm, however, probably going to be going for a Kudum, because Kudum's going to give me that extra survivability until I can get full Tet boss gear. But also give me the 25 AP that I'm currently getting from the Steel Dagger, which is what I tested it on, was a Pry Steel Dagger. If I tested it on a Try one, I guarantee you I would have saw a way bigger difference, and I bet you Shotgun is actually probably winning with a Tri Steel Dagger versus comparing to the Bronze Dagger as it is currently with that Pry, okay? So that is now a thing, that the less accuracy on Shotgun to be able to dish damage. So if you want to go AP Monkey Shotgun, do it. Alright, now, the combos, other than the one you just saw there, the other one is going to be your in-out combo, which is going to be what you mostly would do in a group fight. You're going to go in with this, you're going to shotgun out, and you're going to back spam. And what you just did there is you went in with damage and a daze, you shotgunned for a protective guard, and then you Q-spammed out, which applied a knockdown on the initial shot outward, and you keep getting to safety. That is how you now fight with Ranger, and because of that, you can just keep spamming shotgun, spamming shotgun, spamming shotgun. You just keep playing like this if you wanna, and just kind of do your own thing. But you will do damage over time to the enemy people. Even split damage doesn't seem to be as affected by this at all, especially if you have the more Rangers the merrier, because the more often you're gonna break those blocks down. Which is why I said if Ranger can get back in the meta, this is gonna be huge for breaking blocks. But yeah, that's pretty much like what got changed and why I'm so happy right now, because this is like literally going back to the old days where Rangers had their spam, man. We can now, it's not nearly as broken as it was before, dishing extreme damage as it used to before, but it is finally viable. That's the difference here. It's viable again. Now, and you have a little protection with it as well, which we didn't have before. Now, there are two classes, unfortunately now, that you do have to deal with a lot, and unfortunately I'm going to say it, a lot of people went Mystic, guys. Let's be honest here. A lot of people went Striker, but way more went Mystic. And Mystic right now is literally Striker on steroids. And I don't mean damage-wise necessarily, I just mean they hold you in place way more. It's insane. It's literally taking a tank and a DPS and mashing them together. That is what we currently have right now for Striker and for Mystic. And I really hope LAN is not the same way. Because right now, Warrior and Valk are fine because they don't do the same thing. They require more AP to do that. But it's just Striker and Mystic, man. They're way overtuned. They need to get adjusted. Until then, Rangers are going to struggle a little bit when they do get jumped by those classes. But everyone else, all the other classes, you should be decently okay with for the most part. As long as you got decent DP and decent AP, you should be fine across the board. Yeah, that's the patch, guys. Really happy with them. We're really happy with the adjustments. This is a 100% step in the right direction for Ranger, and I hope they continue to do it, which I know they will, because what's coming? Rabam skills. Rabam skills is going to make the... you could use this on annexes, and you can use your BAM on the players and knock them down every single shot. That's going to be amazing. We also got absolute skills on the way, so everything is just looking so far up for Ranger. And I want to also mention, I am actually able to beat a DK now a lot more often, and that feels so, so good. This has been Easy9, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.